Hey you guys, it's your girl Taria Khalees coming back to you with another video. This is a cooking video and this is just me showing you everything that you're gonna need for this video. We're making homemade macaroni and cheese, my style. So let's get into it. So we just have, I have a pot of water on the stove with some olive oil in it, some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just gonna add some Morton salt to that, not too much, just a little bit to kind of season the noodles. And we're just gonna let that come to a boil. Let that sit. So now that the water has come to a boil, we're gonna begin to add our pasta. And today's pasta, I'll be using some gluten-free pasta. It's called ronzoni, the penne pasta. I actually used another pasta with this too because that box wasn't enough. So I added some, I'm not sure what they're called, but it's like the ones that curl up, but it was still the same brand, still the same gluten-free pasta. So after the pasta has boiled for about like 8 minutes, I put it into the pan, and now I'm just gonna season the pasta noodles. I'm gonna add some butter, and that's about 3 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm gonna begin or proceed to season it with some salt. Take a little bit of salt, y'all. A little bit of salt. Ooh, yeah. A little bit of salt. Not too much salt, because I made this for me and some guests I had at the house. So everybody's salt intake is not the same. And this is onion powder. I know it's kind of blurry in the clip, but that's onion powder. And I'm going to go in now with some garlic powder. So salt, onion powder, garlic powder. And then I'm just going to add some black pepper. And I will be putting the ingredients in the description box below. So bear with me on that. So now I'm just adding my black pepper for a little bit of kick. You know, not too much though. Sorry for the shaky camera. So now I am just going to, what I'm doing is just stirring everything around, making sure those seasonings got on all of those noodles, and just keep stirring, and then the butter is going to melt into that. So now we're going to get started on our roux. Now this is what makes the mac and cheese very, very creamy. This is like the core, this is the juicy stuff right here. So I'm taking a can of evaporated milk. I end up using 2 cans, but this is why I'm using the first can. So a can of evaporated milk is what we're going to start off with. And again, this is going to make the mac and cheese extra creamy, extra moist, that good homemade southern style, you know what I'm saying, mac and cheese. And we're going to use Velveeta. Now, the 2% is not what I prefer. It was just the only thing that they had left at the store. So I'm just going to cut these into chunks, so like little square pieces. And I used about more than half of the Velveeta, technically almost the whole block. You can use almost the whole block, but for that thickness that you're going to need in the mac and cheese, that's where your other cheeses are going to come in. But I just use this to give it that kind of, again, that creamy texture, and I just like the flavor of it. And again, this is personal preference, but I'm just showing y'all how I make the best macaroni and cheese, you know. So I'm adding the Velveeta to that, and then I'm just going to stir that up and stir it up until it melts, guys. Now keep this on low heat. I believe I had my burner on 3 or 4, and this is everything when the Velveeta is all melted into the evaporated milk. So now we're getting in with the juicy stuff, my favorite part. We're gonna get in with some sour cream. Yes, you guys, sour cream, some Daisy sour cream, you know, the best. And we just, I didn't use all of this. I just took like a spoonful of this, well, 2 spoonfuls of this, and put it in that roux sauce. Now I just like the taste that it gives when you add that sour cream. Now it's personal preference again, but y'all follow this recipe, okay? I'm telling you, ain't gonna go wrong with this recipe. So now I'm just going to add my cheeses, which is, I'm using sharp white cheddar shredded cheese, using a whole bag of that. Then I'm going to go in with some Kraft Creamy Melt Philadelphia. That's with the cream cheese in it. I'm going to go with the Mexican cheese, the Mexican flavor. And we're going to use a little bit of that. Not too much, just, enough to get different, taste of cheese in there. A little zing, zang. And then I'm going to go in with some, I believe, again, some, Kraft Creamy Melts in triple cheddar. So my main cheeses were the triple cheddar and the sharp white cheddar cheese, and then a little bit of the Mexican. But then I go in again. Now, again, y'all, this is what makes that good mac and cheese. I'm going in again with some mild cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, shredded kind, of course, and I'm going to add some of that to it. And you want that nice cheesy, like when you bite into it, it melts in your mouth, like creamy type of mac and cheese. And this is what it's going to turn out to be, nice creamy mac and cheese, you guys. So just stir and stir until that melts. And look, you guys, it's melting so beautifully. And so deliciously. And it's just getting that good old creamy texture that you need as far as your sauce. Now, I know of it as a roux sauce. Now, it is the same as just saying cheese sauce or whatever, your macaroni sauce. But make sure you got something to make your mac and cheese moist with, And this, I'm just going in with some 2% milk. Again, that's preference. That's what I had in the fridge, some 2% milk. So, and that's regular milk. I'm just going to stir some of that in there just to loosen it up just a little bit, not too much. You still want that thick consistency. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Yes, you see how thick that is and how it's just, whoo, that looks so good. But yes, you see how thick that is and nice and cheesy and creamy. That's how you want it. That's how you want it to look. And I'm just going to keep stirring that and stirring that and stirring that some more. And guys, make sure you stir it until everything is melted, everything is blended, nice and good, real good for you. And I'm just showing you again how now it's starting to thin out just a little bit, but not too much. You still want that kind of thick, creamy consistency of the roux sauce or the cheese sauce. Now I'm just going to go with my second can of evaporated milk and add that. And again, you guys, this I'm getting like, I'm trying to make sure that the roux sauce is completely perfect. Like adding the other can, to me, it makes the roux sauce just thin out a little bit, not too thick. You don't want a thick roux sauce. You want something that's like melty and cheese, like a fondue sauce type of. Yes, and you guys can see that. So just keep mixing that around, and we're just going to add our noodles once that's done. So we're going to add the noodles to our roux sauce or our cheese sauce. I have the noodles in the cheese sauce now, so I'm just going to mix everything together. Of course, don't mix it with a whisk. You're going to get your spoon. And this is what I was talking about by adding the other pasta noodles, because the first box was not enough. So I just added some more pasta noodles so it could be enough for everyone, of course, but so it could be thick, or so for all that cheese sauce I had, that I'll have enough noodles. So I coated all the noodles evenly with that cheese sauce. So now we're just going to top it with some more creamy melt triple cheddar cheese. And we're just going to put that on top. Make sure you coat every corner, the entire pan. Make sure you get everything. Must have been nervous shaking the camera like this. Jesus Christ. But make sure you get every corner. Make sure you spread it out evenly. Make sure no corner has more cheese than the other, no favorites. Just make sure it's all even and nice. And we're going to do that that's a triple cheddar. So now we're going to go back in with the mild cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, shredded. And we're going to add that to these corners that you see that don't really have any cheese on it, or it's looking kind of, sparse, or whatever the word is, you know what I'm saying? We're going to add that, making sure there's cheese on the entire thing of mac and cheese at top, so it can bake nice and crisp up nice, get golden brown. So yeah, you guys, added those two cheeses, And then you can see how everything is evenly coated on the top. So now we're just gonna put this in the oven to bake for about 30 to 35 minutes. And this is what you're gonna end up with. You guys, you see that golden crispy edges? And let me zoom in for you. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. And you can see how creamy it looks. Oh my God, it was so good too. It was so good. So yeah, I'm just giving y'all close up brown crisp edges, and this is what it looked like on the inside, nice and creamy. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Bye.